So, after going through all the teams, we're going to look at the People's Bracket. I've been watching this since it first came up, and I have to say, I am very disappointed with how people pick this, because it's all chalk. What I mean by that is they're just picking the highest seed overall. So like 1 seed advance, 8 seed advance, 5 seed advance, 4 seed advance. There's no picks for upsets. I don't know. It's March Madness. There's gonna be upsets. I don't know why the People's Bracket doesn't have any. So, going over that, let's go into my picks. All right. Gonzaga, Norfolk State, or Appalachian State. It's got to be Zags. They were dominating all year, undefeated right now. Almost did get upset by BYU, but were able to have BYU get cold and take the win. Hey, Rodrigo, I don't know what Ilianis is, so sorry to burst your bubble there. Oklahoma versus Missouri. Used to be the Big 12 rivals. Honestly, I could see this one going either way, but I am leaning toward the Sooners. Creighton versus University of California, Santa Barbara. I'm going with 12-5 upset. Creighton has been struggling. They just lost by 25 to Georgetown, like I mentioned. And they're having issues with their coaching staff. I don't see them recovering in time for tournament. Virginia, Ohio. This one's a toss-up for me. I am going to go with Ohio, though. I'm gonna look at Virginia real quick. Lost by 23 at Gonzaga, to Gonzaga. Oof. Lost by 21 at Florida State. I do think Virginia is more battle tested, obviously. I feel if Ohio can control the pace of the game, they're going to win. USC versus Wichita State. Because, again, I said Wichita State's going to beat Drake. USC, Evan Mobley. Too much for Wichita State. Kansas versus Eastern Washington. We got to go with the Jayhawks here. I'm sorry, but the Jayhawks, look, 8-6 against top 25. They lost by 12 to Gonzaga, but they gave Baylor their first loss of the year. They did lose twice to Texas, one of them being a 25-point game at home, I believe. So, I don't know. I just don't think Eastern Washington's played enough big games to justify that. Oregon VCU. This is going to be a tough one. Both are 0-1 against top 25 teams. Lost by 8 to Missouri. They beat Utah State by 16. I don't know. This is a toss-up. I think I'm going to go VCU, though. Iowa, Grand Canyon. Iowa's advancing. All right, we'll do South next. Baylor, Hartford. You got to go Baylor. North Carolina, Wisconsin. I go North Carolina. Wisconsin, I don't feel. They have been more battle tested because they're in the better tournament or better conference. But lost twice against Illinois. Lost 3 times against Iowa. Lost by 12, Ohio State. I don't know. Unless Trice can hit some shots for Wisconsin, I just think North Carolina has the better team. Villanova versus Winthrop. I'm going another 12-5 upset here. Like I said, Nova is plagued with the injury bug. They're not going to be full strength. And I believe Winthrop only has one loss this year. So, I don't know. Purdue, North Texas, Purdue. Texas Tech, Utah State. I'm going to go Texas Tech here. I just feel like they have more of a siphoning defense and feel like they could play with that energy that they have. Arkansas, Colgate, the track meet. Colgate is almost averaging 18 points more per game than their opponents, but no top 20 or no top 75. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Arkansas here. Sorry, Fighting Toothpaste, but you're not winning. Florida, Virginia Tech. I think I gotta go Virginia Tech here. Comparing notable results, I don't know. I just have a gut feeling that says Virginia Tech. Ohio State over Oral Roberts. Next, we're going to the Midwest. Fighting Illini are taking this one. And now Loyola Chicago or Georgia Tech. I think I'm going to go the Ramblers. I think they got some magic still from their Final Four run a few years ago. I know they like to shoot the transition three a lot. And it appears that they have some stifling defense. Well, not stifling, but I don't know. Yeah. Tennessee, Oregon State. I'm going Tennessee here. They've been inconsistent for most of the year, but I do think they have enough in them to fight off a hot Oregon State team. Oklahoma State, Liberty. This one's going to be another dogfight, but I think Cade Cunningham is going to take over late game if needed and win against Liberty. San Diego State, Syracuse. I haven't seen San Diego State play this year. Syracuse, I watched them against Virginia in the ACC tournament. I think I gotta go San Diego State here. Just one quad one win for Syracuse. It's not going to be enough. West Virginia versus Morehead State. I gotta go West Virginia here. I just think it's going to be the battle test, like being battle tested. What's going to happen here because Morehead State lost by 33 at Ohio State, lost by 15 at Clemson, beat Belmont 2 out of 3 times, and then lost by 18 to Richmond. I'm going Virginia Tech. Clemson, Rutgers. I'm going Rutgers. And I was looking at the odds for this game a couple days ago. Rutgers was actually favored here. So I'm going with that. And then we're going to have Houston over Cleveland State. Moving on to the East. We got Michigan over Mount St. Mary's or Texas Southern. I'm not sure who's going to win that. And we're going to have LSU over St. Bonaventure. I'm going with another 12/5 upset. So if you're keeping track, that's 3 in this bracket. I think Georgetown keeps their momentum going. Patrick Ewing's done a great job with that program as of late. Now, it could be that Madison Square Garden magic but I don't know. I feel like they have enough to beat Colorado. Number 1, Florida State over UNC Greensboro. So the winner of the playing game between MSU and UCLA, I got Michigan State. And if they win the playing game, they're advancing past BYU. I'm just looking in here. BYU 1-3 against top 25 teams. They lost all 3 times to Gonzaga, obviously. They beat San Diego State by 10 at San Diego State. Okay. Lost by 26 to USC. Won by 3 at Utah State. So, I don't know. It's going to be... I feel like it's going to be a dogfight, but I think Michigan State's going to grind it out. Texas over to Albany and Christian. We're going UConn over Maryland. And then Alabama over Rick Pitino and Iona. So, within the first round, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, I mean, that's 1 every 4 picks. So, I mean, that's not bad. Because you don't want to try and over-predict, or I forget what's the word, but you don't want to, like, have too many upsets. All right, moving on, Gonzaga versus Oklahoma. I don't think there's any way Oklahoma's going to stop Gonzaga. Ohio versus UC Santa Barbara. Gotta go Ohio here. USC versus Kansas. I gotta go Kansas here. It's an intriguing matchup when they're really similar points per game. USC actually has the better BPI, but I think Kansas more battle tested, and I gotta go Kansas here. VCU, Iowa. Gotta go Iowa. Michigan versus Louisiana State University. LSU. I got LSU. Without Isaiah Livers, Michigan, I don't think can compete in this game. As much so. It could be close, but I got LSU winning. Georgetown versus Florida State. I got Florida State here. I think Patrick Ewing and the Georgetown Hoyas are, like, their run's going to run out. Or their luck's going to run out, I should say. Texas versus Michigan State. I got to go with Texas. Shaka Smart's doing a really good job with that program there. And I think it was Matt Coleman dropped 30 against Oklahoma State in the Big 12 tournament game, or the championship. If he's hot, Texas is going to be a tough team to beat. UConn, Alabama. I'm going to go Alabama here. It seems like they live and die by the 3. So they shoot about, I think it was like 45% of their time, of their possessions. But I feel they're going to beat the Huskies of UConn. Baylor, North Carolina. You got Baylor here. Winthrop, Purdue. I got to go Purdue here. Winthrop's going to get 1 victory against an injured Nova team. But Purdue is too strong. Or not too strong, but like just... I feel like they outmatch Winthrop. All right. Texas Tech, Arkansas. Run and gun or stifling defense? I think I'm going to go run and gun here. Ohio State, Virginia Tech. Ohio State's going to win this one, I feel. Move down to the Midwest. And Illinois battle within the an interstate battle, I guess would be the better term for it. Illinois has a first-team All-American, a second-team All-American in Iota Sumu, Kofi Coburn. And they really they really succeed in games where they can get transition buckets. And I feel like this is going to be a fast-paced game. Do I think it's going to be a blowout? No. But I do think Illinois has enough to beat the Ramblers of Loyola Chicago. Tennessee, Oklahoma State. I got to go Oklahoma State here. Cade Cunningham against an inconsistent Tennessee team. I got to go with that. West Virginia is going to beat San Diego State, and Houston's going to triumph over Rutgers. So right now we have one double-digit seed, and we have an 8 seed in here. All right, Gonzaga's going to beat Ohio. There's no doubt in my mind. Iowa Kansas is an intriguing battle or matchup, I should say. Iowa has better efficiency with their offense, I believe. Because, yeah, you got Luka Garza, you got Joe Wieskamp, Jordan Bohannon, CJ Frederick. I was watching Iowa-Illinois the other day in the Big Ten tournament. And Iowa was hitting some of the weirdest threes. Like, you would not believe some of the shots that went in. Like, they were just crazy how they went. Like, how crazy shots that went in. That's all I can describe it as. Kansas, Iowa. I'm going to go with Iowa here. We got Baylor, Purdue. I'm going to go Baylor. I just feel I have a more complete team. Purdue, you got Stevanovic, good three-point shooter. And you got Travion Williams, I think. Yeah, Travion Williams. Good big. And they also got a good backup big. I think it was like Zach Edey or something like that for Purdue. But I just feel Baylor's has a better team. Arkansas versus Ohio State. Kind of feel Ohio State. What was this? E.J. Liddell. He can go off any night, and you mix that with Dwayne Washington Dwayne Washington Jr. Yeah, that was like somehow I think he had like 34 points. Washington had 34 points in the Big Ten championship. If Arkansas can shut down the pick and roll that gets Dwayne Washington a 3 at the top of the key, Arkansas wins this. But Dwayne Washington, I swear he's automatic at the top of the 3-point, like at top of the key. I think he's. All right, I'm looking this up. Dwayne Washington, Big Ten championship. ESPN. This was a battle of a game. What was it? Okay, 32 points. Box score. Dwayne Washington. Okay, 5 of 10 from 3. It seemed like he was more automatic than that. But, I mean, he was a walking bucket. I mean, 12-21. He single-handedly kept Ohio State in the game. And then you got Justin Sewing. 9 of 9 from free-throw line. I didn't even realize that. But yeah, there's over half your points, 2 players. I mean, Liddell had an off game, but if he's on, they're going to be hard to stop. Illinois versus Oklahoma State. You got Iota Sumu versus Cade Cunningham. This is a matchup a lot of people want to see, and I don't blame them. 2 of the best closers in college basketball. Iowa's better, though. I'm sorry, but Iowa's a better closer. And then you also got Kofi Coburn, Frazier, Curbelo. And then you got, what was it? I think 41 points off the bench against Ohio State in the Big Ten tournament. More complete team, in my opinion. Houston versus West Virginia. I gotta compare these teams. So almost 20 points higher, whereas they were a little closer. And I think this favors West Virginia. Bob Huggins going to get to the Elite Eight and face off against Brad Underwood. All right, LSU versus Florida State. I gotta go Florida State here. Next, we got Texas, Alabama. I'm thinking Longhorns here. I don't know. This will be a good game. Like, this is going to be a really good game. 7-6, 1-3 against top 25. Yep. They're favoring Texas, in my opinion. All right. Final 4. We got 3 1 seeds. 2 2 seeds, 2 3 seeds, and a 4 seed. Gonzaga over Iowa. They played earlier this year. What was it? An 11-point game in South Dakota. So it wasn't even like a home or away type of thing. It was neutral court. And I think that's favoring Gonzaga. Baylor, Ohio State. I'm going to Ohio State. Again, Dwayne Washington, E.J. Liddell, Justin Sewing. 3 great players. Florida State, Texas. I'm going Texas. Illinois, West Virginia. You got Bob Huggins, who was a coach at Kansas State and had an assistant by the name of Brad Underwood, who's now the head coach of the Fighting Illini. So it is the prodigy, or it's, I guess, the student versus the teacher. I don't know how to describe it, but we're going Illinois here. So Final 4 consists of 2 1 seeds, a 2 seed, and a 3 seed. Zags, Illinois. Both of these games are going to be really close. I mean, Illinois and Ohio State combined, I think these games were won by 14 points. There was a 6-point win for Ohio State, a 5-point win for Illinois, and then a 3-point win in overtime for Illinois. Gonzaga, Texas. I do think Texas has the better experience, but Gonzaga, I feel, has a little more talent. I could see Texas beating Gonzaga, though. But we're going U of I all the way. I mean, you just watch they beat Michigan by 23 at Michigan without their best player. Is Michigan as good as Gonzaga? No. But to go into, at the time, the number 3 school at their home court and beat them 20 plus, that just says some volumes about Illinois. Now, if you view the matchups here, 7-3 against top 25, 4-0. Very similar. I feel like Gonzaga's offensive numbers are a little inflated just due to, I wouldn't say lack of competition, but like Illinois is battle tested throughout the Big Ten. There wasn't going to be a for sure win, in my opinion. Like, you had Illinois losing to Michigan State, who at the time was out of the tournament predictions, but then they beat Illinois, they beat Ohio State, and then they split with Michigan. So, I mean, when needed, Michigan State got some good wins. It was always a fight within the Big Ten. But yeah, I'm going Illinois all the way. I feel like it's going to be a high-scoring game. I'm going to go 81-74. There's my picks. Hopefully you can join the tournament or join our bracket. Let me know your guys' picks in the comments, because this is going on YouTube. But yeah, that being said, thank you guys for watching. And I'm ready. I am ready for March Madness.